Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is quite obviously an entry onto the Seeds playlist. So we will be taking a look at this guy. This is Chinook Seeds Jalapeno Ranch. It is in the 4-ounce hanger bag. So I'm working my way through the Chinook line. We are more than halfway through it now with this review. I will be running through this at a little bit of a clip. I'm trying to get the seed review times down, so hopefully they will get more views. Anyway, as I said, this is a hanger bag. It is Jalapeno Ranch. It is evidently a new flavor. They're all new flavors to me because I was unfamiliar with the brand. Thus far, I'm very impressed. That said, there are a couple drawbacks that I will put up front. One, the price is elevated on these. And two, they are in smaller amounts. 4 net weight ounces is at least 1 ounce less than all other brands. Okay? All other brands are 5 and up. Certain products from other brands, like the original regular from Wild Dutchman, are 6 ounces plus, I believe. I would have to go back and check the review of that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. So you're in a hanger bag here. You got the ounce is over here. You have the fact that it is non-GMO, non-MSG, and of course gluten-free, because I know you were all extremely worried about that aspect. Chinook Seedery, Texas, USA. New flavor, as I said. Best seeds ever. That may be tooting your own horn a little bit, but yeah, they are pretty darn good, I have found. So what you have is a sealed seam with 2 notches on either side. That is a sealed seam. The Ziplocs on these are usually not fully engaged. Not a big deal until you tear at the tabs, because it's a sealed seam. You got a sealed seam down the sides and one at the bottom. On the back, let's see if we can get the story going here. You want to pause right now because I am not holding this in this position while you read it all. And then nutritional information. Now, note that there are 2.5 servings per container, and we are having a problem with that tonight. So let me see if I can do something about this. And that's as good as it's getting. So get out your readers. I did. Suit up and show up. That's what I say. And now I'm going to have to readjust this back down because that's how I roll. Anyway, I'm going to open it up. Less salt, all the flavor, no sandpaper tongue. Never got sandpaper tongue from a sunflower seed David comes to mind anyway. Gluten-free. No MSG ever. Non-GMO signature roast. And their social media there on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Chinook Seedery. Hashtag best seeds ever. Down at the bottom, it does have an expiration date. It is supposed to be in that white box, but it's printed. Expires June 23rd of 2023. And as you can see, distributed by Chinook Seedery of Austin, Texas. Yeah, and I have a real problem with the centering, like going from side to side, left to right, the reversal. I don't know why, because I dealt with the same thing on the old computer and I was absolutely fine with it. But whatever. Anyway, here we go. Nice straight tear, basically on the line. David. Opening it up. Ziploc was close to being engaged, but as I said, it doesn't matter. Okay, so it doesn't smell like sunflowers. I mean, it does, but there's something else there, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme with their products. The seeds themselves are powder flavored, and they're absolutely huge. They're the biggest shells that I've seen thus far, but also the kernels are bigger. Now, they are not the same range going large as the shells, but they are bigger. And how do I know that? Because I have popped these open and put them up against other brands. Why? Because I would say I have too much time on my hands, but I really don't. So I'm not quite sure why I do what I do sometimes, but I do it anyway. Okay, so you got a ranch flavor coming right off the top, but it's being followed in by something spicy. Not uncomfortable by any means. Okay, it's definitely jalapeno. So what you have is you get it in the mouth, and there's a ranch that quickly gets overtaken by something you're not quite sure of at first. But after it overtakes and sort of covers over the ranch, you realize it is jalapeno. It's good. I have a feeling this might get more peppery as you go through the bag, but right now there is a little mouth sensation on the tongue, but nothing that I even consider irritating or uncomfortable. The shells, now with the powdered process, the shells are usually more brittle, and the shells with this are, but they are not to the point of, let's say, a David product, which is half the time splintering. I've actually got stabbed in the gum by David products, and it's like, yo, really? As far as this goes, my own personal, I'll work my way through this bag tonight. I have a feeling at some point the jalapeno is going to get to a point it's just going to keep... The more shells you put in your mouth, the more of that powder is going in. And at some point I might be like, you know what? It's not hurting me, but I could deal or prefer not having my tongue feel the way it does right now. It's one of those deals. Now, if you absolutely love that, and this is a thing, like, you know, that's my own personal preference, all right? It's like that with wintergreen products. I don't overly care for the mouthfeel. I've never put one in and been like, like, you know, freaking out or anything. But it's just something like, you know what, I really don't feel like my gum line feeling like this, or my cheek, or my tongue, or whatever. That said, guys that like wintergreen, that mouthfeel is part of what they like. That's what they're looking for. So if you're a big, like, jalapeno or just peppers in general person, yeah, you probably like this. The flavor is good. They got the flavor. Okay? The flavor's good. There is a ranch there, but after the initial it takes a back seat. I just have a feeling going through this bag, I'm going to start getting more and more like mouth sensation from the pepper. But if that's something you like, you may want to check this out. Now, keep in mind, these products are much, much lower sodium salt than the other brands thus far, with the exception of the Wild Dutchman. But I think as far as low sodium go, they even have Wild Dutchman beat. But the flavor's all there. It's just, if you're used to like David salty, salt bomb products, the flavor is going to seem at first subdued in this. And that is all I have to say. This has been my review of Chinook Series. See what I'm talking about? I don't have the whole, like, there, I just did it again. Jalapeno Ranch in the 4-ounce hanger bag with this particular hanger already torn off. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do thank you for watching. I do hope all of you are well. Do take care of yourselves. And as always, God bless.